Dear students, today we are dealing with the second class of our microeconomics paper. So in the previous class, we have discussed the basic concepts of a market situation, the definition, features, conditions upon which a market is formed. So all those basic concepts were discussed in the previous first class, introductory part. Today we are discussing the market structure in a market situation. So market structure, what this market structure actually means? It is the nature and degree of competition that is prevailing in the market. So by market structure, we mean the type of competition or the degree of competition that is existing in the market. So the structure of market is formed upon the nature or the degree of competition that is existing in the market, and this competition will determine the price and demand for a particular commodity in the market. So whenever we are discussing or whenever we are trying to understand the market structure, what we actually focus upon is the type of competition or the degree or nature of competition that is existing in that particular market. When we understood that competition nature, then we will get the type or market structure that is existing in that particular situation. So there are different determinants with regard to the market structure. So for a particular good, the demand as well as pricing of that particular good is determined by certain factors. Mainly there are 5 determinants like number and nature of sellers, number and nature of buyers, nature of the product, conditions of entry and exit from the market, and finally economies of scale. So let us look upon these determinants in some detail. So the first factor of a market structure is the number and nature of sellers. It is a very influencing factor regarding a market situation. So there are different types of market, and we will come in the types of market in the coming session. Okay, so there are different types like perfect competitive market, monopoly market, oligopoly market, duopoly market. So there are different types of market existing. And with regard to market structure or the number of sellers, it will range from large number of sellers to a single seller. Like in a perfect competitive market, there will be large number of sellers. In a monopoly market, there will be a single seller. In a duopoly market, there will be 2 sellers. Similarly, in an oligopoly market, there will be a few sellers. So there are different types of market structure based on the number and nature of sellers. And firstly, we have to understand what is the nature of sellers in that particular market situation. Based on the nature as well as the number of sellers, we can determine what type of market structure is existing in that particular market situation. Similarly, the second factor is the number and nature of buyers existing in the market. Similar to the number and nature of sellers, there are this number and nature of buyers is also a determining or an influencing factor with regard to a market structure. So if there is a single buyer, then that market is called a monopoly market, or monopsony market. Then based on the number of sellers, we are calling it as monopoly market. Then when we deal with the number of buyers, we are terming it as monopsony market. Then if there are 2 buyers, we will go for a duopsony market. Okay, so all these terms are interrelated or very closely related with its features. Then if there are a few organized buyers in the market, it is called oligopsony market. Then for a market where there are 2 buyers, it is called duopsony market. So with regard to sellers, we will call it as monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, etc. With regard to buyers, we will call it as monopsony, duopsony, oligopsony, etc. So based on the number of buyers and sellers, these terms will be used. And the third factor or the third determinant with regard to the market structure is the nature of product that is in demand in the market. So the nature of product determines the market structure, and this nature of product is also a highly influencing factor with regard to the type of market structure that is existing. So if there is a perfect competitive market, then there will be no product differentiation. But in a monopolistic competitive market, there will be product differentiation and the products are close substitutes. So if there is close substitution between different products, then we can say that a monopolistic competition is existing in that market. In case if there is no product differentiation, then the market is perfectly competitive market. And also if a product is completely different from other products, there is no similarity, no close substitutes between product, then there is a pure monopoly in the market. So these are different conditions and for different types of market, and based on the understanding of the nature of product that is existing in the market, we can analyze what type of market structure is existing there. So nature of product is also an important factor. Fourth factor is entry and exit conditions. So for any market structure, there are some conditions for the entry of new firms as well as for the exit of the existing firms. So we know that for any new firms to come into a market or for any firms to exit from the market, the major factor will be the profit. Profit will be the major factor that influence the firms to enter as well as to go out from the market. So if there is a high profitability in a particular market for some particular good, then there will be high demand for the entry of new firms with regard to that particular product in that market. So profit in a market will attract the entry of new firms and losses will lead to the exit of weak firms. So if there is big losses or if there is continuous losses for a particular firm, then those firms will be eventually exit from that particular market. And in a perfect competitive market, there is freedom of entry and exit. There are no conditions for the firms to enter or to exit from the market in a perfectly competitive situation. But this is not the case with a monopoly market or a monopolistic competitive market or in an oligopoly market. In a monopoly and oligopoly market, there are barriers to entry of new firms. So there are some conditions upon which a new firm will be admitted to a particular market if it is a monopoly or oligopoly market. Usually government have a monopoly in public utility services. We know that in cases like postal services, air, road transport, water, power supply, so in all these services, government have a monopoly power. Government is the deciding institution for these type of markets, and government will make different conditions for the entry of new suppliers into the market. And in an oligopoly market also there are barriers to entry of firms because of collusion, tactic agreements, cartel, etc. So all these are different conditions or agreements for new firms to enter. So no new firms can enter freely in such oligopoly or monopoly market. Rather, they have to meet some conditions in order to enter into a particular market. On the other hand, there are no restrictions in entry and exit of firms in monopolistic competition due to product differentiation. So in the previous slide, we have seen that in a monopolistic competition, there will be product differentiation and there are many close substitutes for the products. In such a monopolistic competition, there are no conditions or no restrictions for entry and exit. And finally, we come to the economies of scale. So by economies of scale, we mean that the saving in the cost due to increase in production. So when there is a higher production, then there will be a reduction in the cost of production. Only for those industries with higher profit or those industries with high production, they have the opportunity to enjoy the economies of scale. So firms that achieve large economies of scale in production grow large in comparison to others. So these economies of scale will determine the growth of an industry. If there is high economies of scale, then there will be increase in production. And those industries will tend to weed out the other firms with the result that few firms are left to compete with each other. So in such a situation, there are only some firms will be competent enough to compete with these high industries or high firms. This leads to the emergence of oligopoly. So if only one firm enjoys the economies of scale to such a large extent it is able to meet the entire market demand, then that is called monopoly. So in a monopoly market there will be a seller, major seller, or there will be a big firm with high production, high economies of scale, and that particular seller will be the determining factor or the major industry which act in that particular economy in the major role. So all other industries or firms will enter to that market only if they are capable to compete enough with these higher industries. So these are the factors upon which a market structure is formed. Based on the basis of this structure, we can classify the market into perfect competitive market or monopoly market, duopoly, then oligopoly. So what type of market structure is existing in an economy will be determined based on these 5 factors.